First question for Colby will come from Susan Miller-Degnan of the Miami Herald. Susan.
Hi, Colby.
Hello.
Hey, this is your first, let me put this on. This is your first year here. And this probably is not what you envisioned when you came, but what makes you believe this team will ultimately head in the right direction?
I mean, it's a new coaching staff, right? Like we had high expectations, but it's still just the beginning. So we still got a lot of work. There's a lot of chemistry that still can be built. And I know people, the outside world expected a lot, and we here expected a lot. And we're not going to get off that path. We're going to still keep trying to build this program back to where it was.
And then my follow is, how has it been going this week in practice, taking throws from Jake? What's the adjustment for you in catching passes from him compared to TBD as far as timing and routes, and all that stuff? How's it going?
I mean, it's the same how I had to get the timing with Tyler, get practice and reps, routes on air, just a little itty bitty timing that we got to build that chemistry, which Jake's a great quarterback, and I feel like he's going to jump in there and get the timing down right away.
Thank you.
No problem.
Go to Matt Shodell from Kane Sport.
Yeah, hey, Colby. I wanted to ask you sort of about your newfound celebrity. I guess, ACC Player of the Week. You're having 2 amazing games in a row. Have you sort of started having people recognize you? Any former players reaching out to you? Anything unusual in the last week or two for you?
I mean, a couple people, but right now I'm just like really focused on getting back in practice, figuring out how we can carry this on to the next week and come back home with a win instead of like having that feeling of a loss. It felt great being the ACC Player of the Week, but it would felt 10 times better with a win.
Go to Adam Lichtenstein from the Sun Sentinel.
Hey, Colby. Yeah, congrats on being named the conference receiver of the week. I know, you didn't have any turnovers on Saturday, but obviously a lot of guys did. How much have you guys been kind of working on that, in practice, and what can you do to prevent that? Obviously, sometimes it's kind of fluky, but how do you guys work about preventing those?
It's just keeping the confidence in the players. We can't turn our back on each other. We can't point fingers. If once you start pointing fingers, it's just going to start consistently happening. We got to stay on top of it. We can't run away from it. We got to attack the point, beginning of practice. We got to work on ball security. After every catch, receivers, we got to work on ball security. It just all around, even though we didn't turn over the ball, something happens in practice that can easily carry over to the game. So we got to prevent that from practice.
And I had one other quick question. Coach Gaddis said, I think after the Virginia Tech game, that obviously you've had a lot of success lately, but you need to he wants you to kind of work on becoming more of a complete receiver. What are some of those things that you've worked on to try to become more of a complete receiver?
Just at pad level, in and out of cuts. You can't be too high. Perimeter blocking. I mean, I think I had a holding call last game and close to having a holding call the game before. So just those itty bitty things that can bring our team down that I gotta elevate as a player.
Go to Barry Jackson of the Miami Herald.
Hi, Colby. I was curious, what school finished second for you in June? What was the school that basically was runner-up? And also, when you weren't playing the first 5 weeks, did you ever question your decision to come to Miami?
Oh, I never questioned it. The culture here was just I wanted to work 10 times harder to get into that spot. And Coach Cristobal drilled that into me. Like, you got to step up. You got to work 10 times harder if you want that spot. Don't cry about it. Don't pout about it. Get in the film, work, do whatever you got to do to get on the field. And I really don't remember who my runner-up was. I just know Miami was my number one.
Go to Frank Tucker from Keynes County. Frank, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Hey, Colby. So obviously you've had a resurgent, few games. What's kind of gone into that? Has it been the mentorship of Coach Gaddis? Was this just something that was kind of waiting, or was it due to kind of injury, that slow start?
All that ties into it. We got some great receivers in the receiver room, and unfortunately they went down, and that plays in a role of me having to speed up the process of me having to come on the field a little faster. And Coach Gaddis, just his system, making a game plan that fits well for the whole receiver crew, not just one player. And him just being able to fit me into the room that fast is pretty hands out to him.
All right, seeing no more hands raised, that'll be it for Colby. Appreciate your time, Colby.
Thank you.